Some voices just stick around. There's this one voice, from a tiny, hidden room, written down in a diary almost 80 years ago. It belonged to a teenage girl, but somehow it still echoes today with this incredible power. So today, let's explore the voice of Anne Frank.
And that's the big question, right? In a world that is just flooded with stories, why does this one, this diary from a teenager in hiding, still have such a powerful hold on us? That's exactly what we're going to unpack.
All right, first things first. To really get it, we have to look past the icon, past the monument, and find the actual person. Because the key is realizing she was so much more than just a symbol.
I mean, look at this. It's so easy to think of her as the symbol on the left, an idea, a historical figure, almost like a saint. But you know what? Her real power doesn't come from any of that. It comes from the person you see on the right, a teenager, a writer, a daughter, a dreamer. Her power is in just how real, how human she was.
And this just drives it home. Her diary isn't some formal political text. It's messy, and it's vibrant, and it's honest. It's about a life that was actually being lived. She laughed, and she argued with her family. She had a crush and fell in love. One minute she was full of self-doubt, and the next she was making these brilliant observations. She questioned absolutely everything, and more than anything, she dreamed of being a writer. That's the person we connect with.
So, because she's so relatable and so human, her story does something incredible. It starts as this very personal experience, and then it just blossoms into something universal. It becomes a voice that honestly speaks to everyone.
For starters, she speaks to kids.
Especially kids who feel completely misunderstood. I mean, her frustration, her deep need for independence, that feeling is timeless. That's just part of growing up.
But she also speaks to adults. Those of us who've maybe lost some of that innocence. Reading her diary is like a jolt, a powerful reminder of the hope and the clarity we sometimes lose as we get older. It's like seeing the world through sharper eyes again.
And then her voice gets even bigger. It scales way up, speaking to entire societies that are wrestling with the very same monsters she faced: hate, fear, and division. And for them, her diary is like a guide, a warning, and a little bit of hope, all rolled into one.
And that's because her story isn't just about her. It acts like this giant, powerful mirror, forcing all of us to look at some really difficult truths about ourselves and the world we live in.
And this quote, this is really the core of it. In times of conflict, it is so easy to let people become numbers, just statistics. Her diary just completely shatters that. Every single page reminds us that behind the horrifying number of victims was a person with their own thoughts, desires, flaws, gifts, and dreams. Just like her, just like us.
And this idea here, wow, it's maybe the most heartbreaking insight of all. The ultimate tragedy isn't just that she died. Of course, that's a tragedy. It's the loss of the brilliant life she was already living, the future she could have had. The world didn't just lose another victim. It lost a writer, a thinker, a voice that was really just starting to find its true power.
So, what is it? What makes her voice truly immortal? Well, it seems to be this incredible collision of her powerful humanity and the absolute inhumanity of her situation.
Just think about that paradox for a minute. She was living through one of the absolute darkest moments in human history. She was being hunted, forced into hiding, surrounded by this unbelievable hate. And yet her diary isn't filled with hate. It's filled with life. It's filled with curiosity, with sharp observations, with questions about love and identity and what's right. That is its incredible strength.
And that's why her voice isn't some dusty historical artifact. No way. It's a living, breathing force. Because let's be honest, in a world where prejudice and division are still very, very real, her totally honest, unflinching voice is like a bright light cutting right through the darkness. She isn't a saint or a myth. She's something so much more powerful. She's a young girl whose honesty became immortal.
And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway. Her story confirms this timeless truth that we absolutely cannot afford to forget. That even when things are at their worst, even in the face of unimaginable darkness, a single honest voice, even a child's voice, has the power to light up the entire world.